Minasan konnichiwa. I'm sorry I can't be there in person with you guys to share this Nihongo for next week with you, but thank you so much to Martine for making time to share this with you guys today so that you are all set for next week. Okay, guys, let's have a look at our Nihongo for next week. Next week, the learning is focused on verbs that you guys have learned on our doing words, but mostly I've chosen 7 verbs that you guys will be able to use in your Google Meets and that you're most likely to use when you're back at school anyway. And guys, you're going to remember all of these because I remember you guys were really solid on this learning and your students were really solid on this learning when you guys were at school. So the first one is gambatte, and I've actually put down for Monday's activity just to revise gambatte. It's such a cool word, and it's one that you guys would use all the time in English, which is like, go for it, do your best. And it is gambatte, gambatte. So if you wanted to make it into a phrase, it would be gambatte kudasai. Please do your best. Really encouraging, that one. The second one that, again, you guys will know, kiite, to listen, kiite. And you could say, minasan kiite kudasai. Everyone, please listen. Hey, tsugi, the next one is yonde, which is yonde, to read. Yonde, to read. Please read your screen. So you could say screen or yonde kudasai. Or I've popped a bit of learning on the screen. Everybody please take a look and yonde kudasai. Please read. Okay. Tsugi, next is to wait, which is matte. Please wait. I had to think about that for a second. Matte. Please wait. So, for example, if you're waiting for everybody to join your Google Meet, you could just say, oh, everybody's not here yet. So, minasan, matte kudasai. Please wait. This one, again, I'm sure will be super handy for your Google Meets, which is mitte, to look. Mitte. So, mitte kudasai, screen, or mitte kudasai, remembering that o, that particle, always indicates the subject of the sentence. So you would say screen, or the subject of the sentence being screen or mitte kudasai. Mitte, to look. And I think this might be the last one. Yamete, which is stop, which is yamete, to stop. Had to think about that for a second too. Yamete, to stop. So if everybody's reached the end of their learning time or you want everybody to stop and listen, you might say yamete kiite kudasai. Yamete to kiite kudasai. Please stop and listen. Okay, so, and the last one I think is shite, to do. So shite, to do. Shite, to do. So you'd say learning or shite kudasai, remembering that o indicates the subject of the sentence. Shite, to do. Okay, so guys, some phrases I thought you guys would be using in your Google Meets, and I'm sure there are so many other ones. So you could say screen or mite kudasai. Please look at the screen. I'm assuming you'd say something like, I'm sharing my screen with you, the first paragraph, or yonde kudasai, the first paragraph, or yonde kudasai. Please read the first paragraph. Something along the lines of, okay, minasan, let's make a start with our learning. Gambatte kudasai. Do your best. Go for it. Okay, minasan, sensei o kiite kudasai. All right, minasan, please listen to sensei. Or it's Tom's turn to speak. Tom o kiite kudasai. Please listen to Tom. Minasan, we're going to get started in a minute when everybody gets here. Matte kudasai, which is what I mentioned before. Please wait for everybody. Something like, okay, minasan, time's up. Yamete kudasai and sensei o kiite kudasai. Please stop and listen to sensei. And something along the lines of learning or shite kudasai. So guys, just something to get you started. I am sure you guys will use this language in lots of other different ways, but just something to get started with. So guys, I'd just like to run through your learning and the students' learning for next week so that you guys know what's coming. So for Monday, please revise the word gambatte, do your best, go for it. Just try to weave it into your meets next week. As I said, it's such a fun word, and similar to sugoi, it's something that I'm hoping you guys will start to use and the kids might start to use with each other a little bit more impulsively. So as I said to you guys at the beginning, we're revising verbs this week. You might like to start by brainstorming other verbs they can remember. In the slideshow, I've popped all of the verbs that we've learnt, just in case the kids remember some of those ones too. But the main verbs I wanted you guys to focus on, because I think they're most relevant for classroom as well as Google Meets, are these ones I've highlighted, which are kite, listen, mite, to look, yonde, to read, mate, to wait, yamete, to stop, shite, to do, and gambate, do your best or go for it. So guys, on Monday, revise gambate and then just look at those 7 verbs together. And then I've just popped slide number 12, which is in the slideshow that I've saved on the drive in week 3. I've just popped a little slide of all of those 7 verbs. And if you pop it in present mode and click through, testing yourselves, testing your memory, the picture will come up and then underneath the word will come up. On Kayobi, on Tuesday, I've popped in a word wall link. Word wall, as I said to you guys yesterday in an email, I've used Wordwall and Blookit as 2 platforms in Nihongo Learning for next week. I've been using them in Google Meets and they're really good, easy to use. They're free to sign up to. So I am pretty sure that if you click on that link, you won't need to sign up. But if you do need to sign up, as I said, it's free and they're actually really good sort of revising, consolidating platforms anyway that you guys might like to use in your learning outside of Nihongo. So just have a little go at that word wall activity, which is a matching activity. And I've just popped in bold and underlined there. Just make sure that your class is repeating a phrase. So if somebody in your meet shares a word and the gesture or shares a phrase or a sentence, it's always so good to say, right, minasan, ichi, ni, san, dozo, and you can do it together. Everybody has a chance then to practice and get used to using that language. On Suiyobi, on Wednesday, choose one of those 7 verbs to play hangman with. The kids love playing hangman. I've been playing them in Google Meets and they really enjoy that. And then, just making sure that the class is repeating the phrase. I've popped in, you might like to have a go at using those 7 verbs and then popping them into a phrase. I'm sure you'll have students in your class that can use that word in a sentence. Even if you just use those verbs with kudasai on the end. So kite kudasai, please listen, or mite kudasai, please look. You can always put kudasai on the end of those verbs to make it a bit of a phrase. On Mokuyobi, on Thursday, grades 3 to 6s, I've popped a Blookit activity on there. You get lots of different modes to choose from in Blookit and you know when you'll have a look, but choose the racing game mode. The kids love it. I've done that in meets and they really enjoy that. Just check it out before your meet. And then preps to 2s, I've made a game show on Wordwall. So the kids won't need to access Wordwall. You'll just need to access it and share your screen so that they can see it. And then on Kinyobi, maybe just choose an activity that you haven't done that week. But as I said, all of your learning this week or next week relates to those 7 verbs, those 7 doing words. Really handy to use in Google Meet. So guys, I would suggest just really trying to commit to using those 7 or even choose 2 or 3 just to use in your Google Meets as much as possible and encourage the kids to do it too. And then, as I said, just popping in gambate when they're about to start their learning or when they're about to go off and do something. It's such a great word to use. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu for your time. And again, Martine, thank you so much for making time for Nihongo to go in this week. I feel like I've rushed through a bit, but if anybody has any questions, please get in touch. And as Martine said last week in our meet, if it's too much or you feel there's too much planning or the pace is too fast, please get in touch. Just email me or give me a call and I'd love to have a chat and hear your feedback. Okay, minasan. Sayonara. Looking forward to seeing you all next week. Bye.